It's hard to put into words. I'm from Dnipro, Ukraine, about 200 kilometers from a war zone that has been active for 8 years. We've grown accustomed to the chaos in the east, but now everything feels different. I genuinely believe they'll try to split the country in half. This situation hits deep. I've lost all my friends. The only ones left are my wonderful sister and my grumpy mother. I've never been in a real fight. I'm just a random copywriter living my life, smoking weed, playing bass, practicing martial arts, and searching for my other half. Next week, I'm joining the army. Soon I might either be dead or become a murderer, all to protect my sister and mother for reasons I can't fully grasp. Or maybe I won't. They're here now, just 3 hours away from our home. I mean, my actual home. I've decided not to join the army. Instead, I'm taking volunteer paramedic courses. Thousands of people have inspired me to switch my focus, and I'm grateful for all the warm words. It's hard to keep a cool head these days. My family has no desire to leave our town, and neither do I. On February 22, Russian troops invaded Ukraine from the east. Since then, there have been reports of artillery skirmishes, but I don't trust much of what I see online. This hybrid war thrives on misinformation. On February 23, the Ukrainian government announced plans to legalize firearms and declare a state of emergency. The most absurd part? We're still in a visa-free regime with Russia. There's been no military response or clashes from our side so far. I'm wondering if I can keep you all updated through this thread, or if I should make new posts. I've never done anything like this before. And for those who think I'm a bot, I won't share personal credentials with strangers. I'm not 5 years old. February 24. Kyiv, Odessa, Dnipro, and Kharkiv are under attack. We've shot down 2 Russian aircraft. It's 8 a.m. By 11:21 am, we've taken down 4 tanks and 6 aircraft. The Russians are pushing in from the south and east. Actual combat has begun. At 1:24 p.m., I hear Kherson has fallen, a city of 300,000. Dnipro is quiet, but Kyiv and Odessa are under pressure. February 25, I'm at a volunteer HQ now, having donated blood and helping to fill supplies and drive people around. The war is focusing heavily on Kyiv, bombing civilian buildings. A few hospitals have been destroyed. Last night, they even took Chernobyl's nuclear station, which could lead to an apocalypse affecting Europe. For those in the EU, I recommend brushing up on radiation protection guidelines. Russia has violated so many humanitarian laws, it's indescribable. In the south, we've had heavy clashes for about 16 hours. Kharkiv is holding strong, while Dnipro is mobilizing and rushing to the hot zones. February 28, I'm volunteering around the clock, rushing between shelters and buying medicine for the wounded. Thank God for cryptocurrency. I'm battling depression and sleep deprivation. I'll be in the trenches tomorrow, waiting for my turn in territorial defense. There are so many volunteers. The Russians are bombing civilians. 15 children have already died. Right now, every Ukrainian feels like family. There are traitors in high command, and special forces are working to root them out. I have no energy, 2 days without sleep, and on a CrossFit regime. Screw this war. They've switched to airstrikes and artillery, targeting civilians, because we're holding our ground in land clashes. March 6, I was preparing for war, but how can anyone truly be ready for genocide and nuclear terror? Thousands of civilians are being slaughtered like livestock. I'm focusing on the wounded in local hospitals. Can you imagine the sound of Bosch's triptych? This is life right now. It's hell. If nuking Ukraine means saving people in Europe and the US, I guess that's a fair price. The West won't join this fight. It's clear we're alone. March 23, things are stabilizing somewhat. We're slowly surrounding them in the outskirts of Kyiv. Mariupol is a tragedy. Civilian casualties could be over 10,000. Look up Mizintsev. He's responsible for the bombardments on civilians, along with the rapes, looting, and deportation of people from Mariupol to gulags. My town has been under daily bombardment for 6 days. They're launching rockets from Crimea and the Caspian Sea. Yesterday, they dropped something massive. It shook the ground. I left the Territorial Defense Forces because we were just protecting people who were protecting trees. It felt like a waste of time and resources. There are too many of us, and we're not getting proper training. Now, I'm focused on making vests and helmets. We can't get supplies from Europe. Everything has been out of stock since day 2. So we said, forget it, we'll make our own. We've gathered 150 tons of armored steel, and have already made 1,000 decent vests with dampers and plate carriers. A good friend of mine, a drummer I've played with for years, lost his mother. His 7-year-old sister lost her arm and leg, and his father is in a coma. That was the result of a phosphorus bomb. Their shelter didn't help.